Welcome back to Global Bike Buzz, the place where riders from around the world tune in for the latest news, reviews, and insights from the motorcycle universe. Today we're diving deep into one of Honda's most popular entry-level cruisers, a bike that has been a favorite for new riders and seasoned commuters alike. We're talking about the 2025 Honda Rebel 300. This machine has carved a solid reputation for itself by blending approachable performance, timeless design, and Honda's legendary reliability into a package that just works. In this video we'll explore everything from how it looks on the outside, to the details of its engine, how it performs in real-world riding situations, and of course what you can expect in terms of pricing and value in 2025. Stick around until the end, because I'll share whether the Rebel 300 still makes sense for new riders, or if the growing competition in this category has finally caught up to Honda's long-running classic. The first thing you notice when standing in front of the Rebel 300 is just how compact and low-slung it feels. Honda has always marketed this as a bike that lowers the barrier to entry for new riders, and that philosophy is clear the moment your eyes land on the front end. The round LED headlight gives it a retro-inspired yet modern look, framed by slim blacked-out forks that flow into a chunky tire that really gives the Rebel its planted stance. The headlight housing has been updated for 2025 with a slightly cleaner bezel and improved brightness, which is particularly noticeable at night when you're carving through dimly lit city streets. The turn signals retain their minimalist design, with a clear lens and amber bulb, mounted close to the forks so the bike's lines stay tight. You don't see unnecessary chrome or extra frills here. Instead, Honda's design team has chosen to keep it dark and stealthy, leaning into the blacked-out aesthetic that has become part of the Rebel's signature look. Looking at the side profile is where the Rebel 300 really shines. The tank shape remains one of the bike's most iconic features. It's compact, teardrop-like, with a slightly forward stance that makes the rider look like they're in command even when just parked. For 2025, Honda introduced a few new color options, including a matte blue and a stealth black finish that riders will love if they prefer something understated but stylish. The exposed frame and engine components keep with the naked cruiser appeal, and the low seat height is immediately noticeable. At just around 27 inches, it practically invites shorter riders to swing a leg over and feel at home instantly. The mid-mounted foot pegs ensure that even taller riders won't feel cramped, but it's clear this bike is designed to be unintimidating and comfortable for a wide range of body types. Another detail worth mentioning is the rear suspension. The twin-shock setup is kept simple and functional, blending into the overall design, while the blacked-out exhaust pipe curves neatly down the side, giving the bike a streamlined look without sticking out awkwardly. From the back, the Rebel 300 carries over its clean, minimal design language. The taillight is compact and integrated seamlessly into the fender, with LED illumination that feels bright enough to keep you safe while still looking modern. The license plate holder and rear indicators are tucked close to the fender, avoiding that bulky look that some cruisers suffer from. The wide rear tire adds a touch of muscle to the otherwise slim silhouette, reminding you that although this is Honda's entry-level cruiser, it still carries the DNA of a proper motorcycle. Riders who want to add customization like a side-mounted plate or aftermarket tail tidy will find it easy because of the Rebel's modular design, but even stock, it's a good-looking rear end that feels proportional to the rest of the bike. Now let's talk about what makes the Rebel 300 tick: the engine. At its core, the bike runs a 286cc single-cylinder, liquid-cooled, 4-stroke engine. This is the same platform Honda has refined across several models, and for 2025, they've fine-tuned it for slightly smoother throttle response and improved fuel efficiency. The engine is paired to a 6-speed transmission, which gives new riders plenty of room to learn gear management without feeling overwhelmed. The clutch action is light and forgiving, another nod to Honda's focus on accessibility. While 286cc might not sound like much on paper, in practice this engine delivers a surprisingly satisfying riding experience. Around town, it has enough torque to get off the line confidently, and once you're up to speed, it cruises comfortably without straining. At highway speeds, yes, you will notice the limits of its displacement. It can handle 65 to 70 miles per hour, but overtaking power is modest. That being said, this isn't meant to be a high-speed touring machine. It's designed for urban commuting, weekend cruising, and giving riders a confidence-building platform, and in that role, the engine does its job beautifully. Performance-wise, The Rebel 300 isn't about raw numbers, but about usability. The single-cylinder thump gives it a character that feels engaging without being intimidating. The bike weighs in at just over 360 pounds wet, which makes it one of the lightest cruisers on the market in 2025. That weight translates into easy handling in tight city traffic, simple U-turns, and low-speed maneuvering that won't leave you sweating. The suspension is basic but adequate, soaking up small bumps without making the ride harsh. The front disc brake paired with ABS on the 2025 model ensures that safety isn't compromised, and stopping power is predictable and confidence-inspiring. Riders who've been on bigger cruisers might find it underpowered, but for someone starting out or someone who just wants a relaxed, lightweight machine to get around, the Rebel's performance balance is spot on. One area where the Rebel 300 continues to shine is comfort. The low seat height, upright posture, and relaxed controls mean that you can ride it for hours without feeling sore. The seat cushioning is firm but supportive, and even though the passenger accommodations are minimal, they're there if you need them. Honda also offers a range of accessories like a more padded touring seat, saddlebags, and a small windshield for riders who want to extend the bike's capability for longer journeys. When it comes to fuel efficiency, the Rebel 300 is extremely frugal. Riders can expect somewhere in the range of 70 to 75 miles per gallon depending on conditions, making it not only approachable from a riding standpoint but also affordable to live with day to day. That brings us to pricing, which is often a decisive factor in this category. For 2025, the Honda Rebel 300 comes in at around $4,999 in most markets, with ABS included as standard. That positions it very competitively against rivals like the Yamaha V-Star 250 or the Kawasaki Eliminator 300. When you factor in Honda's track record for reliability and low maintenance costs, it becomes clear why so many first-time riders gravitate toward the Rebel series. In conclusion, the 2025 Honda Rebel 300 carries forward everything that has made the Rebel lineup a mainstay in the cruiser world. It isn't the fastest, it isn't the most powerful, and it won't win any drag races, but what it offers is something far more valuable to a huge number of riders: approachability, style, reliability, and a riding experience that inspires confidence. For new riders, it remains one of the best choices you can make in 2025 if you are looking to enter the cruiser world without breaking the bank or feeling intimidated by your machine. For experienced riders, it can serve as a fun and practical second bike, perfect for city commutes or relaxed weekend rides. That wraps up today's review of the 2025 Honda Rebel 300. If you enjoyed this in-depth look, be sure to like the video, subscribe to Global Bike Buzz, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming reviews of the latest motorcycles.